Shalom, shalom. First thing first, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who ruled well and who I learned this truth from. Salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risk your lives and freedoms to do so. Shalom to the rest of the elect. All right, as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This will be a quick lesson going into ultimately, get out of that spirit of being interviewed by these women. Okay, get out of the spirit of being interviewed by these women, man, because ultimately, they're supposed to be interviewed by us. They're supposed to be interviewed. We got to see if they're a proper, woman that we want to actually take on our, to be a part of our journey, if you will. Okay, because when you deal with this so-called Western society, it's a society to where men ultimately have to present to these women what they bring to the table. And I got this little gift pulled up, if you will. I got this little gift pulled up, because ultimately when you deal with it, these women, they want to know what you bring to the table. What do you provide? What can you do for them? Right? X, Y, and Z. And whole time, they don't bring anything to the table, man. They don't present anything. So men in this day and age get in that spirit of being interviewed by the women. But whole time, when you go into the scriptures, man, the woman was created for us. So if anything, you're supposed to vet them, and see what qualifications they have to fit alongside of your will, man. And if you want a solid breakdown of the dynamic a man is supposed to have with a woman and vice versa, read Ephesians, the 5th chapter, because we know that Yahweh Shah, okay, who you people ignorantly call the Christ, is likened unto the bridegroom. Okay, and the church, the elect, are likened unto his bride. So when you read Ephesians 5, it gives you the dynamic that the church is to be submissive to Yahweh Shah in all things, man. And in doing that, he can, he's willing, he died for the church, right? And he's provides and does things for the church, for the elect. Meaning what? That ultimately the woman is supposed to come to you as a woman, because a woman by definition is a servant. She's a helpmeet, right? That's why a lot of these women these females today are females, because they don't want to serve unto their man. So they don't have the qualifications that are necessary to really deal with them, man. And I was just meditating on that, man. We got to get out of that spirit, Don't get in the spirit of being interviewed by these women, man. If anything, they need to be interviewed by us, especially these times we in now, because you can see the tune is changing on these hoes, man. Like I said in the earlier lesson, you can see that the tune is changing. They need help. They're down bad. They struggling. They living with their parents. So they want a man that's gonna ultimately help them. So we're in them times, man, to where Isaiah 4:1, is gonna come to pass in a major way, man. Many women being a hold of one man. Okay, you got to understand that the men of the Lord that this is going to happen to is not just going to accept any woman. Meaning what? You're ultimately going to have vetted her and discern the spirit. See? And we have to be in that mindset now, man. Like, these women are they should be working to appease and to fit into our will, man. And obviously, we live in a world, okay? Paul said what? Use the world, don't abuse it. Okay, so you have to be wise, right? You want to make sure you do everything being circumspect, but nonetheless, man, these women was created for our sake. Let's grab this precept. 1 Corinthians 11:8, it says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." See, and that's one thing your mother will use against you is what? You came out of me, nigga. Right? I gave birth to you. I bore you. I raised you. But whole time when you understand the scriptures, you know that you come from the seed of your father, man. You come from the lineage. You come from the seed of your father's nutsack. See, and a woman, what the womb does is it cultivates and nurtures that seed, man. but you come from the seed. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. See, so these women was created to be a helpmeet. So when you understand it, we really should be out here, vetting them to see how well they will fit into our will, man. And, we live in a society to where they're so independent that, independent women hate order. This is the reason why a lot of men are single now. This is why they call what they call it a loneliness epidemic, because these women refuse to get in order, man, because they're independent. They sitting there trying to vet you, the whole time they want you to take them out on a date, pay for the date, right? Buy them drinks, spend a cool $100 on their ass, while at the same time they're vetting other men to see if they're going to be a potential candidate. That's all wicked, bro. That's not how this is supposed to be. That's why this society, this culture, this hookup, this date culture is so fucked up, man, because these women are supposed to be given to what? A man of understanding, as scriptures say, man. Meaning what? Ultimately a man of the Lord is to vet these women out here to see who is right, which really, we live in Babylon. So, it's going to be, we're not really going to come across the Proverbs 31 woman, even though there are women of the elect that are out there. But by and large, man, the point is that we have to interview these women, man. They need to be the ones on the chopping block, if you will, wondering if they're going to still be able to be in your presence, in the coming days. See, that goes into a lot of things, man. That's why a lot of niggas are so simple, because you sitting there trying to beg for these bitches' attention, man. Matter of fact, that reminded me of that Travis Hunter dude. This nigga, everybody all on social media is telling this dude, yeah, man, you need to watch out for your chick. Your shorty a gold digger, X, Y, and Z. You can look at it. When you, and I don't know them, I don't keep up with none of them. I could care less. But when you just, from an outside perspective, pay attention. I think he had won a Heisman or some shit, and he was coming up to his shorty, and your shorty supposed to be your biggest fan. She ultimately had an attitude. Subtle cues like that shows you, man, like they're not, she ain't in it for the right reasons, man. And he ultimately, he didn't vet her ass right. He niggas so infatuated with the box, whatever the case may be, hey, and that's what happens to a lot of you simple jakes, man, because you don't vet these women. You don't, for lack of better words, interview them, right? Here you are, they sitting there trying to interview you, see what you bring to the table. They want you to bring everything on the table, the materials to create the table, and they ain't got shit going. They ain't got nothing to put on it, man. See, that's backwards. See, this is Genesis 2:18. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh power said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." See, and scriptures also tell you in Sirach 36, I believe, that the woman, all right, he that getteth the wife, but getteth the possession. See, a woman is supposed to be a helpmeet, a possession. She's supposed to ultimately add fuel to your fire, man. Right? So you would ultimately want to interview and seek out those type of women that will be able to do that. You're not going to really find it in this society. But the point I'm making is that this society is so backwards that these women interview you. I had a little light skinned shorty, straight up asked me how much money I make. She instantly showed me what type of time she was on, man. And it's like that told me everything I needed to know. I never hit that. I never spoke to her ass again. If anything, she would just be used for the box, recreational. But, the point is that you need to ultimately, man, get out of that mindset of being interviewed by these women, because we're the prize. The man is the prize, period. Okay, if you to provide, to protect, to be superior, stronger, more intelligent, more ambitious, right? X, Y, and Z. Well, that by default, by definition, makes you superior, man. Meaning what? You are the one that's supposed to be on the pedestal. And real feminine women know that. They understand that. See, some of these little mashing little bitches, these little gremlins out here that try to buck up at that, man. And even deep down, they want a real man. They want a man superior to them, man. See? But, that's the point, man. We have to, especially now, because you about to have a whole lot of women that are going to be flocking, to the men of the Lord. Not just no regular schmegular ass nigga out here, no average Joe, these little YNs, Tyrone on the block. They might flock to a man just because he's a male initially, but then they gonna see, oh shit, this nigga he can't deal. And they gonna try to come to the men of the Lord, man. And that's why, 7 women taking hold of one man, we got to be in that mindset, brothers, that to ultimately now to where these women got to be vetted completely. They need to be on the interview, being interviewed by us on a chopping board, wondering if they're gonna be cut off at any moment, and really they like that shit, when you get down to it, because women are bred to compete for your attention. They realize that, well, shit, man, if he's a quote unquote high value male, if you will, it's a real high value male is the male of the man of the Lord, but they know that they got to compete. So, that's the point. You simp ass niggas, you simple niggas, you compete for these hoes, man. The hoes outnumber us. Why are you competing for them? They completely outnumber us, man. But that's pretty much the point. It just hit me and I didn't want to dwell on it too long. But, hey, get out of that spirit of being interviewed by these hoes, man. Of course, you dialogue, you conversate, X, Y, and Z. Nothing wrong with that. But ultimately, you got to understand that you got to understand our value, man, especially us being the men of the Lord in this thing, man. But that's pretty much it on that. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Shah. All right. DTA Wah Baba Ball. Shalom.